This is Megastar Magazine TV.
Hello and welcome to Megastar Magazine TV. My name is Monique Aigbe. In the news, President Bola Tinubu and First Lady Oluremi Tinubu received Queen Mary Elizabeth of Denmark at the State House Abuja. During the visit, Tinubu called for deeper bilateral cooperation between Nigeria and Denmark, especially in livestock development, veterinary health and education, and thanked the Denmark government for their support in the past. Queen Mary expressed gratitude for the reception and solidarity with Nigeria over the humanitarian crisis in the northeast. She said she is in Nigeria to strengthen relations and explore investment opportunities in the green economy, trade and business development for women, child health, culture and education. Member representing Ego Ikpobalka Federal Constituency, Murphy Osaro Omori, has identified substance abuse that is fast destroying the youth in the country. He spoke in Benin to commemorate the 2025 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking with the theme, "The Evidence is Clear, Invest in Prevention." The lawmaker expressed worry over the alarming use of substance by the youth population, which he noted as unacceptable. Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni has approved an increase in the minimum wage for workers in the state. The wage structure will see school teachers and primary healthcare workers receive an increase of 25,000 naira, raising their monthly earnings from 20,000 naira to 45,000 naira. Pensioners under local government will have their monthly pay raised by 10,000 naira. The approval is seen as aimed in improving the lives of workers and retirees, especially those at the grassroots. The Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Her Excellency Dr. Hadiza Sabuwa Balarabe, declared open the 2025 Nigerian Bar Association Kaduna Branch Law Week. This year's Law Week themes strengthening the legal profession, discipline, ethics and innovation in contemporary practice, cited great personalities in the judiciary arm of government. Speaking at the opening ceremony held at the Sardauna Memorial Foundation in Kaduna, Dr. Balarabe described the legal profession as the conscience of the nation. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump says Israel and Iran have both violated the ceasefire, but he's really unhappy with Israel. Trump called on Israel to stop dropping bombs and bring their pilots home for lasting peace. Iranians are demonstrating in the capital Tehran to celebrate the end of the war launched by Israel. They pour into victory gatherings across the country, united in celebration and defiance. 120 children have been kidnapped by jihadist insurgents in northern Mozambique in recent days. Human Rights Watch warned of a rise in abduction in the country's troubled Cabo Delgado province. The children are reportedly being used by an Islamic State-linked group known locally as Al-Shabaab to transport looted goods, perform forced labor, and in some cases, serve as child soldiers or forced into marriage. Mozambique has been battling the Islamist insurgency in Cabo Delgado since 2017. Government forces have struggled to contain the violence, relying on support from troops sent by Rwanda, South Africa, and other regional partners. In sport, Paris Saint-Germain and Botafogo have secured the spots in a round of 16 of the 2025 FIFA World Cup after a dramatic final round of group stage matches. In a high-stakes encounter, PSG recorded a 2-0 victory over Major League Soccer champions Seattle Sounders to finish with 6 points. Atletico Madrid, despite defeating Botafogo 1-0 in their final group match, were eliminated due to inferior goal difference. Manchester United defender Diogo Dalot has tied the knot with partner Claudia Lopes at a lavish wedding ceremony in Portugal. Dalot and Lopes, who have been together since 2020 and moved to Italy together on a loan spell at AC Milan, announced the birth of their first child, Clara, late in 2024. Highlight of the celebration was the exchanging of vows, cutting a wedding cake and showing their dance steps along family and friends. In entertainment, Mdondo partners with MTN Foundation to host Business Masterclass for emerging musicians in a strategic move to empower Nigeria's creative sector. Mdondo partnership with the MTN Foundation will help first and second year students of the Mushin School of Music to bring the younger generation dreams out of shade. The event, which was held at the Mushin Center in Lagos, was themed Business Models Every Student Musician Should Know. Nigerian singer Stanley Omar Didia, popularly known as Omale, has revealed that money could help him heal from depression. Omale, who has openly discussed his struggles with chronic depression, which nearly took his life, said £10 million or dollars will heal him for at least a month. The singer has hinted that his sophomore album, Clarity of Mind, will focus on his healing journey from depression, while his debut album, Boy Alone, found the singer detailing his depression. That has been the news. For more information, follow our social media platforms showing on your screen. Up next is Voices from the Street.
Yeah, I don't have much to say, but it's quite alright. Like the game are going very well. Like I like the game, the way the game is going, and it's very nice. No, I'm not quite sure. Because there are a lot of teams there that are much better than Liverpool. No, it's very hard to predict football. Like sometimes it could be a team that you don't even think about. Sometimes it will be like. Maybe football is somewhat complicated.
Okay, firstly, the Club World Cup, I feel, in my opinion, I feel that the Champions League is enough to, say who is the best, among the different clubs. But since FIFA said, okay, the Club World Cup should also play, I think there's some prize money to it as well. For me, as a Chelsea fan, the Blues, I support my club, and I believe my club will win the tournaments at the end of the day. Yeah, because Chelsea, although they have their own weaknesses and all, but I think they have a formidable team. So far, they are not doing badly in the tournaments, amongst other clubs. So I think they have high chances if they put in the game. And they put in their hard work, they should be able to, take the tournaments. Well, I feel that Chelsea should, put more strength in the attack, the midfield, and then also the defense. I think it's a whole round thing. They should put more efforts because I think last season they didn't really do that well. But this time around, if they put in more efforts, I think they should be able to pick up the cup.
Okay, thank you. There are about 5 clubs, 5 teams that I feel are strong. Talk of PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Talk of Manchester City, which is my club. Real Madrid in the tournament. Looking at Juventus, and I think Inter Milan. But believe me, this PSG squad we are seeing, they are massive. Look at what they did in the Champions League last season. Netting Inter Milan 5-0 in the Champions League final. It's unseen, it's unheard of. So, and the opponent of the Club World Cup, they had to trust Atletico Madrid 4-0. So I feel this team, they are unstoppable. What Luis Enrique have done for this particular team, the man deserve his flowers, from the boys. They didn't play the top striker, Dembele, but yet they came out victorious 4-0 to ATM. So I feel PSG is a formidable team currently in the world, that the best team in the world. Definitely, over the last, 2 decades, over almost 20 years, they've been Messi and Ronaldo, and they really give us fantastic football. Like, I enjoyed Ronaldo and Messi. But it's glad to see some young talents coming up, likes of Lamine Yamal of Barcelona, likes of Dembele of PSG, likes of Rafinha, likes of Gutierrez, Haaland, and those players. So I feel we are saying football for what football is. Back then, it's either Ronaldo win it or Messi. You can dictate to win the Ballon d'Or, but now you can't. Right now you can't dictate this. Right now, there's some people tell you it's Lamine Yamal, some say it's Dembele. So it's always changing, and it will keep changing until August to know who actually wins the Ballon d'Or.
This is Megastar Magazine TV.